The dictionary defines the word arrogant as one who believes that or acts as if he or she is in some way superior to others. Jonathan calls me arrogant. Now, don't get me wrong. Jonathan calls me a lot of things, many of which I am uncomfortable saying in the same room with my mother, but it stands out to me that he calls me arrogant. And Jonathan doesn't know that he isn't the only one who calls me names. Jasmine calls me baby. She calls me baby, and she always gets emotional when she does. She doesn't even know me. She is the front desk attendant at the hotel that I lived in for 5 months. She tells me that she has a daughter the same age as me. She's already having my paperwork done when I walk into the lobby to renew for another week. Her eyes filled with more tears than mine when she has to tell me that the rates have doubled because it's homecoming week. I don't know where I am going to sleep. She offers to let me sleep on her couch for the weekend. All the housekeepers there call me friend. I have so many towels, soaps, and tissues. I don't think I'll ever have to buy them again. And being there made me feel a lot of ways, but one of them was not arrogant. Jonathan calls me arrogant, and Jasmine calls me baby, and Dean Beaumont calls me fraud. He tells me that I am in violation of the FSU honor policy, and he is right. I lost my free health insurance after my first semester, but for 4 years after, I logged onto Blackboard and confirmed previous year's information. That is a crime. It is a felony, falsifying legal documents. I am a criminal, but luckily Florida State doesn't like scandal, so instead of being judged in state courts by a jury of my peers, I was judged by 6 older white males on a review board who would never be able to understand why I had to do it, and given the opportunity, I would do it again. I would stop at nothing to get this education, because in this life it is all that I can depend. I am not angry that they decide that I should be punished maximally. They charge me a penalty of $8,000 annually for my crimes of 4 years. They tell me that I am lucky, say that I am an asset to FSU philosophy, so they don't revoke my grad school acceptance. Instead, they'll just take all of my money until the debt is paid, and they remind me that no other public institution will want me, but that's okay. I don't blame them. I still love FSU the same, and Jonathan calls me arrogant. Jasmine calls me baby. Dean Beaumont calls me fraud, and Capital City Storage calls me $127.89. Now, this hurts me. I wish that they were still calling me delinquent, calling me 4 months past due, illegal occupant, 3 days notice, but no, they call me check number 652, $127.89. They tell me that they have sold everything, my furniture and memorabilia, things that mean more to me than all the money in the world. I feel like I have just lost my whole fucking world. I can now fit all of my possessions in this world in the trunk of my car. I have nightmares of my personal items being scattered about Tallahassee, but I don't tell anybody. I crawl into a ball and whisper through my tears to imaginary gods. I just want to go home, and I feel hurt and pathetic, weak and subhuman, but Jonathan calls me arrogant. Jasmine calls me baby. Dean Beaumont calls me fraud. Capital City Storage calls me $127.89, and Dr. Williams calls me patient, but he shouldn't. He doesn't know that so many people call me so many names that I have forgotten about him, forgotten about this, so much shit going on in my life that I am practically unaltered when he tells me that I have cancer. And I'm not in denial. I am genuinely unbothered, detached from reality, unmoved when he says that the trial sessions aren't working, that I need to start preparing myself and my family for more intense options because the time is coming. This was supposed to be an angry piece. I was going to go tell Jonathan to fuck himself, but I started to realize that Jonathan doesn't know. He doesn't know that the line between arrogant and self-conscious and insecure is so thin that they are sometimes confused. He doesn't know that he doesn't have to hate me because sometimes I hate me enough for the both of us. He doesn't know that I am just scared and terrified that people can see through me, that they can see that Jasmine calls me baby and Dean Beaumont calls me fraud, that Capital City Storage calls me $127.89 and Dr. Williams calls me patient. I am scared that I have been called so many names that I am starting to forget my own. So thank you, Jonathan. You're right. You're right. It is time for Andre to be arrogant, consumed with himself. Time that I stop thinking about all the names that I'm being called and find one worth answering to.